Hello officially and welcome in this video class where you will learn 4 specific proven steps to start getting more customers and making more money on Instagram immediately. Please buckle up. When you start implementing these proven strategies and tactics and frameworks, you will immediately start seeing results. I can promise you that, okay? Now, also alongside with this video class, you also receive this beautiful, quite simple Canva document. Let me zoom this in a little bit. So this Canva document, as you will see, will help you absorb this information at your own pace. So I invite you, open this Canva document, bookmark it, perhaps print it, and then go study it. It really contains a really practical, specific, tangible information that will immediately help you start getting more customers and earning more on Instagram. This video class and this kind of document is perfect for you if you are an online coach, if you are a course creator or course seller, if you are a content or digital creator or digital entrepreneur, and you want to get more customers or clients, high ticket clients, and earn more with the power of Instagram. So let's begin. Before we jump into 4 specific steps, quick background and introduction. Welcome. My name is Clement. Please call me Clem. I am best known as former Chief Marketing Officer and Head of Growth of Mindvalley, which today is the world's #1 educational platform for everything personal transformation and development. I've generated over $300 million in online sales for various online courses and memberships and certifications, managed over $100 million in online advertising budget. I was involved in hundreds of product launches and campaigns where many of these launches crossed $1 million in sales, and I'm most proud that I help hundreds of coaches and course sellers and experts, primarily in human transformation and personal development and human wellness, grow their online presence, impact, income, and business. And in this web class, I'm also helping you. Hopefully, you will action this information and send me your feedback, how it has positively impacted your business, your income, and your life, okay? Now, a paradigm shift, very, very important when it comes to Instagram. The first paradigm shift, and almost like a mindset shifting concept, is that you do not need a large audience to make big money on Instagram. This is one of the most common misconceptions that most people have. On Instagram, you have tons of people out there with less than 5,000 followers who are making 6 or even 7 figures as coaches, course sellers, digital entrepreneurs, and they're making 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times more than most influencers out there who have a massive following, okay? Over 100,000 followers. So you do not need a large audience. Very important. This is one of the paradigm shifting concepts that you will learn that you're getting in this video class. This is the first one. And second, you do not need actually viral content. You don't need to go viral on Instagram to really start making big shifts and transformations in how many customers you attract, how much income and revenue and money you make on Instagram. Very important. You do not need viral content. You do not need to play a clown and do crazy stunts just to get attention on Instagram or stand out or get likes and get customers. You don't need any of that nonsense. And this is one of the most common misconceptions that people have. What you need is a magnetic content. That's what you need. Also, you don't need a large audience, as I mentioned. What you need is the right audience, are your ideal clients and customers, which I'll share and explain a little bit more in this video class, okay? Now, also, there's a massive difference between viral content and magnetic content. This video class is all about magnetic content, but for some context, viral content is content that typically goes viral and attracts all kinds of random, unqualified people, who typically don't have anything related to your offer and primarily makes our egos feel good because we see so many likes and so many views, but none of this really translates into business, into sales, which is hopefully what you care about the most, impacting human lives, getting more people to buy your offers, and then obviously living an amazing life of freedom, prosperity, and abundance for yourself and your family, okay? That's the viral content. Now, magnetic content on the other side is content that sells, content that's engineered and designed to attract and get you new customers and grow your income and grow your business. As you will see, big, massive difference, okay? And the good news is that magnetic content, you do not need to do crazy stunts and reveal your entire life and give up on your privacy and show everything of what you're doing in your life. You don't need any of that, okay? So if getting customers, making money, and growing your business is your main priority on Instagram, then 70, 80 or even 90% of your content, of your focus, of your priority should actually be on creating magnetic content, not viral content, okay? So that's a really good news, as you will see in this video class. Okay, now let's start with step number 1. The first thing that you really need to nail is what I call magnetic content DNA. So you will see I mentioned, I use a lot of terms here, magnetic. That's because you want to attract ideal customers. Obviously, your content will find them. Your content will find it, but then content is engineered and will be designed in a way that attracts your ideal customers. And to attract your ideal customers, you need a content DNA. Content DNA is the single most important element in this entire formula, not just on Instagram, but also on social media entirely. Because most people, for example, they do not have a content DNA. And that's why they struggle. They don't get any customers. that just struggle, basically. Then you have some people, coaches, course sellers, digital entrepreneurs, content creators, who have a weak content DNA, or they didn't deliberately create one. They are getting weak results. By weak results, low numbers, fewer number of customers, inconsistent inflow of customers, unpredictable inflow of customers. Anyways, weak results. And then you have great content DNA. When you create great content DNA, you will start seeing great results. You will see very soon. Now, what are some of the elements, in fact, the most important elements in the content DNA? This one is fairly simple. You want to, and I'll get to the point why content DNA is so important, okay? You want to define in 2 to 3 bullet points who are you professionally, and you will see again why this is so important. Then who are your ideal customers? This one is super important, really important, okay? Then what problems are you helping your ideal customers solve or overcome? Very important as well, as you will see by the end of this class. Then what results you help your ideal customers get? Now here's a bonus tip. Problems and results, or problems or dream outcomes, are basically two sides of the same coin. When you define a problem, a nice problem, such as, for example, sleeping problems, then desired outcome or dream outcome or result is sleep better or wake up well rested in the morning, right? So the moment you define problems, you will naturally have a really easy way of just defining what key results you help your customers get or experience. And then finally, also very important in the context of creating content on Instagram and on social media, is what methods, what techniques, what tools, what modalities, strategies or tactics or softwares you use to help your ideal customers get results. This is what you really want to invest 15 to 20 minutes to really document this, and here's why, okay? Very important. Your content DNA is almost like a first domino. You know what happens when you have a good first domino? When you topple the first domino, that first domino can then topple infinite number of other dominoes. In fact, you just need to topple one domino and everything else just falls into place almost automatically, okay? So your content DNA dictates your content marketing strategy, and that has a direct impact on what type of people you attract. Now again, magnetism means that you are attracting your ideal customers who have the problem that you're solving, are financially able and willing to buy your offers, whatever you're selling, and they are ready to buy now, okay? Very important. Also, super important, your content DNA, when created in this way, will train the Instagram algorithm to actually find and reach and serve your content to your ideal customers. Very important, okay? And also, your content DNA is used to train AI to generate, script, and write for you the most captivating, magnetic social media content ideas, titles, outlines, scripts, captions, descriptions. In today's age, you absolutely need to use ChatGPT. You probably already know this. And you also know that every time you ask any AI to generate you any content, you need to give it some context. You need to give it some instructions. And the core instruction that AI needs to know to generate amazing content for you, you need to feed it and train it with your content DNA, okay? It's fairly simple. This is the foundation, okay? So this is step 1, magnetic content DNA. Make sure that you do that, okay? Now, step 2 is set up and create a magnetic profile on Instagram. Now, this one is one of the most neglected things, and you absolutely must not skip this, and you will see now why. Is when your ideal customers see your content, once you start creating content, video reels in this case, and people start discovering your content on their news feeds or discover tabs, a lot of them will inevitably open your profile and check you out. Okay, who is this Jane? Who is this Jack? Who is this Danny, for example? They will open up your profile and check you out, and your profile needs to be magnetic, but then it needs to qualify people, basically needs to instantly, in 3 seconds, give an answer to the person who checks you out. Can this person help me? For example, this is what they're asking. When people open and check your profile, this is what they're asking. Can this person help me out? Does this person offer anything relevant or interesting that's relevant to my problems or to my goals, desires, interests? So that's the first thing. Second thing your profile needs to do, it needs to communicate your authority. Very important, okay? Authority and expertise, and answer the person's question that the person is asking when they're checking. Like, why should I even pay attention to you or to this person and to their content? Why should I even watch, right? So authority and expertise. And then also a clear call to action of what you want the person to do next. Where and how do I get more value? That's ideally more free value. So that's the core objective of a magnetic profile. And here you have an example of how you want to do this. Let me fetch my drawer. So you want to have, this is called a one-liner description. Notice how clearly it communicates. I help coaches and course sellers scale their biz. Okay, so this is the one-liner description and the template. Then the second line, ideally, needs to be your key credentials, 1 or 2 key credentials. In my case, my key credential is that I'm a former chief marketing officer and head of growth of Mindvalley. Most coaches, most course sellers know of Mindvalley because we poured like gazillions of millions of dollars in advertising, and it's already such a large company, and that's one of my credibility factors. And also how much results I've generated online. That's a credibility. Now, you might not have large numbers, but you have perhaps certain certifications. Perhaps you're a best-selling author. Perhaps you're top rated in something. Like every person, based on my experience, no matter where you're starting today and where you are, you have credentials that you need to and want to share here, okay? Then you have 2 call to actions, ideally. The first one should ask people to DM you. DM you, and this depends on your offer. In my case, free business audit. You can actually go to my Instagram, DM me this number 123 or audit, and you can get a free business audit and a growth strategy for your business from me and my team, okay? Absolutely for free, no strings attached. And then also a link ideally that leads to either your website or your lead capture page. So that's the magnetic profile, okay? Very important. And now you know why it is important. Is because once you start creating and posting content, which we'll also cover in this class, is inevitably people will start checking you out. That's why your profile is almost like a homepage on a website, okay? Very important. So that was step 2. So let's see what we covered so far. Magnetic content DNA, magnetic profile. Now let's go to the third step. Also very important, magnetic funnel and freebie. So magnetic funnel basically defines a journey that strangers will go through from seeing your content for the first time to becoming your customer, okay? So basically your funnel turns strangers into paying customers. Now, as you will see in the next few minutes, every content piece, every video reel that you put out there needs to have a clear, specific, and well-defined conversion journey. And you want to have clarity what you want people to do. How does your content qualify people and brings them closer to buying your paid offer? And you will see here, this is a simplified version of a funnel. This is called the marketing funnel. You are very likely familiar with all these concepts here. But here at the top of the funnel, basically you are attracting in your ideal customers and audience. And you do that with video reels. This is where you start posting, engaging, captivating, customer getting video reels. Now there's one arrow here that says leading indicator input. I'll get to that in just a bit. Hold on that thought for a moment, okay? So at the top of the funnel, you just post video reels. Then you get people ideally into your DMs on Instagram. Now I'll get to that in why you want to get people into DMs. And then in the DMs, ideally want to capture email addresses. Also, we'll get to that in just a bit. And then you turn the person, your lead, who you initiated the conversation with, into your customer. Now, depends on what your offer is. If you sell a high-ticket offer that requires a sales call or a phone call, then there is also a call in between. But generally, these are the 4 steps that actually are involved in the funnel. Now, the best converting journeys on Instagram are actually from a video reel, you get people to comment, and you've seen this, you've experienced this. Hence, in fact, you might actually find and stumble upon this particular video class by actually seeing some kind of content and commenting and then getting into DMs and then getting the link to this particular video class, right? So from video reels, you take people, you ask them to comment, then you deliver through a DM a message, you ask them for their email address, you deliver them the freebie, and then eventually this leads to a paid offer. You know how more or less this works, right? So this is relatively nothing new, but you will see what is really, really important here, and it's this DMs here. We'll get to that in a minute. Then another journey is from video reels. People, as I mentioned, will check your profile. Then you have a link here, as I mentioned here, and they will visit your website, opt in for something, or sign up for something. Again, freebie and a paid offer, right? So you see a pattern here. You have a video reel sits at the top here. Then you have DMs. All roads lead to DMs. Then all roads leads to a freebie where you deliver value in advance, and then a paid offer. Okay. Now here's why you want to get people into DMs. Also very, very important. By the way, DMs, direct messages, or just Instagram inbox is today, and quite a few years now, direct messages on Instagram are the new leads, and conversations is the new sales funnel in an essence. And here's why, and here's a staggering stat and comparison, okay? Instagram direct messages, DMs, the messages that you send on Instagram, either manually or through automations like ManyChat or bulk messages, have so much higher open rates. 80 to 90% of Instagram messages will be read by your recipients, by people, okay? Then they have so much higher click rate and response rate, and also the cost to acquire, the friction that it takes for people to get into your DMs is much, much smaller than actually getting an email address from people. That's why you first want to get people into DMs, as you see here, okay? And also because DM is a direct marketing channel, it lets you communicate with people. It lets you start building relationships, helping them generally, and then qualify them, and then generally guide them closer towards your paid offer, okay? Now, also here you want to market through content and then sell and qualify through direct messages. And you've seen this, how these comments work, how to get people into DMs, as you see here. They see a video reel, and in that video reel, there's a call to action. Hey, if you want access to this freebie, just comment here, grow or free. And that's how actually then you automatically send them a direct message with a platform like ManyChat, okay? Also, very important, inside the DMs, using platforms like ManyChat, you can also capture email addresses. So you actually don't need even a lead capture page. or a landing page or a website to build and grow your email list. You can capture email addresses and even send them an email directly from a platform like ManyChat, which drastically simplifies the tech stack required to just grow your business, right? And deliver lead magnets, okay? Now, also very important part in this magnetic funnel and a freebie is this freebie, right? In your video reels, as you will soon see, all video reels need to have a call to action, and the best call to action is getting people offering some kind of a freebie, more value, in exchange for just commenting in the post and getting into DMs. Now, what is the best freebie that you can give away as a coach, as a course seller, as a digital creator, as a content creator? Is the best one is exactly what you're watching right now, okay? A simple Canva document or a Google document. I'm a big fan of Canva. It's so much easier to create than in Google Documents, okay? This, by the way, is a Canva document. And then on top of that, on top of the document that lets people read, right, and print out some materials, you also add this video. You screen record it in the exact same way how I'm doing it right now. I'm using loom.com to screen record this. It's an amazing. I can decrease my profile photo. I can increase it. I can even go, let's do this. I can even go full screen from here. Let's see, how do I bring this back? And so the reason why you also want to use a screen recording and you on camera is specifically for a coach, and it's specifically if you're selling courses or high ticket offers. As a personal brand, you want people to see you, you want people to hear you, you want people to feel you and really connect with you beyond just reading a document, okay? So that way you allow people to read, to see, to hear, and also to feel. Very important. That's why a simple Canva document and a screen recording. Now, ideally, your freebie should not take you more than 1 to 3 hours to create. I created this freebie, including recording of this video, in less than 2 hours, okay? In less than 2 hours. The entire freebie should have maximum 5 steps, okay? And the simplest formula is simply 3 steps to, and then dream outcome of your ideal customers, or 3 steps to getting the results that your ideal customers want. So for example, if you're an online fitness coach or an online wellness coach, you could say 3 steps to building a fit body and getting in your best ever shape. That's just one example. Might not necessarily be the best one, but you get the drill, okay? Now, also very important about your freebies, again, it needs to be simple and short, okay? Very important. You don't want to overwhelm people. And then also in your freebie, this is one of the most common questions I get from people, right? If you want to attract customers, you want to use this concept. What and why for free, and then how for a fee. So in this freebie, just like this one, you want to add value in advance, massive value, but not too much. For one simple reason, you don't want to overwhelm people, okay? Like there's gazillions of studies, like the longer the content, the less people actually watch it entirely, okay? So you intentionally want to keep your freebies also simple, short, to the point, and still valuable. And ideally, your freebies need to be paradigm shifting and mindset shifting, okay? That introduces your future customers to new concepts and something that obviously it needs to be valuable, long story short. Now, finally, on top of, let's see what we covered. We covered the magnetic content DNA, we covered magnetic profile, then magnetic freebie and a funnel, and then finally, magnetic video reels. And this, my dear friend, is, I will not say the most important, but this will be the key driver and the key factor that will determine how many new customers you get and how much income and revenue you generate or money you make on Instagram. And now you will see why, okay? Ideally, you want to prioritize and allocate your time at least 1 or 2 hours to create and post magnetic video reels daily, okay? Very important. And that's because the more video reels you post, 1 or 2 a day, the more income you will generate, the more money you will make. It's quite that simple. It's actually simple. In practice, it's not that easy because it involves some time creating content, brainstorming, as I'll show you right now, but it's actually simple. The more video reels you publish, the more income you will generate, okay? And here's why. More video reels you publish, this will allow you to, your content will reach more people, inevitably. It might take some time to start picking up, but more reach will lead to more views, more people will see your content, hear your voice. If you're the one filming, this will lead to more comments. This will lead to more DMs. By that, I mean more people going into DMs. Then this will mean more email leads for you, more customers, and more income. Hence, more video reels, more income, okay? Now, there's one important concept I want to introduce you to, and you might have heard of this, leading indicator versus a lagging or trailing indicator, okay? Now, this is where we go to this, notice here, this note here, right? So video reels are a leading indicator or the input, and then the customers you're getting out are actually lagging indicator, the output, okay? Now, to simplify, the leading indicator, the number of video reels is published, determines the future outcomes of, in this case, how many customers and how you get and how much money you make on Instagram. So leading indicators determine the lagging indicators. So almost like leading indicators determine and foresee, predict the future outcomes. And lagging indicators showcase the history, show the history of the input. In other words, if you're getting a lot of customers and you're making a lot of money from Instagram, you're very likely generating and posting video reels frequently and consistently, at least 1 reel a day. And The other way, if you are posting video reels consistently and frequently, you will inevitably get more customers and more income. So that's why this concept of leading and lagging indicators is also important. That's why if you want to get more customers, just focus on creating and posting more video reels. Okay, that's one. Okay, the next one is you want to use 𝐼Twin.ai. This is the software that I built to solve my own problems, because at a certain point when I started creating my content through my Instagram channels and profiles, I realized how complicated, time-consuming content creation is. How hard it actually is to post content consistently every single day, even though it looks easy, but it's not. It's because I end up switching constantly, endless switching between ChatGPT and my Google Sheets and Google Docs and my notes. I wasted so much time and mouse clicks just switching and copying, pasting and running long prompts in ChatGPT and just so that out of sheer frustration, I actually built my own software to help myself. And then when I showed it to my clients and customers, all of them wanted it. And then eventually I decided, okay, let me just release it and make it to the public. So you can actually check it out, 𝐼Twin. With 𝐼Twin, you will be creating video reels, engaging, captivating customer, getting video reels at lightning speed, probably 20, 30 times faster than without it, okay? Just check it out. You will absolutely love it. But in short, 𝐼Twin is, you can imagine it almost, it's a content planner and organizer that has a built-in ChatGPT AI writer in that writes amazing, relevant content that's relevant for your ideal customers and also relevant based on your knowledge and who you are and what you do. It's trained on your information, your content DNA and everything, as you will soon see, okay? And then also, you saw me mention video reels. As you know, there are different types of content on Instagram. You can post images or photo posts. You have stories. The best type of content to post on Instagram, if you want to attract customers and grow your reach and make more money on Instagram, video reels, okay? Video reels is where the magic really happens. Now, what are video reels? Video reels are basically short form vertical videos. You see here a few examples. And generally there are 4 types of video reels that you can and should create as a course creator, as a coach, online coach, digital creator, even a SaaS founder or entrepreneur. The first one is you on camera. So if you prefer filming in front of the camera, either your phone or web camera, this is one example. Then you can create your own AI avatar using 𝐊𝐥𝐿 or 𝐀𝐛�𝐻 platforms or any other platform. Basically, you film a short selfie video of yourself, you train AI like 𝐊𝐥𝐿, and then you can create infinite number of AI generated videos using your AI avatar, and I'll give you a demo. Then another one, very cool, very also for customer getting. Remember, the intention objective is to reach, attract, and get paying customers, okay? Magnetic content is you can also use your footage or stock footage. So imagine you doing something, I don't know, meditating on the beach. This is a footage of me being in Madeira, Portugal island, just filming the landscape, like not even me on camera. But it's a customer getting, it's a magnetic, because notice the title, right? The one thing you will get that will get you more customers than anything else, right? So naturally this content will attract people who want to get more customers, right? And then finally, fourth video reel type is stock animation. You don't even need your footage. You don't even need you being on camera or generating your AI avatars, even though I do recommend you do this, because this also helps build your personal brand. And especially if you sell high ticket coaching programs, you want people to see you. You want people to either see the real you or your AI avatar. But stock animations in Canva, I created this video in Canva in quite literally probably like 2 minutes. A simple text overlay, animation in the background, no voice, just gentle meditative music, and that's it, okay? So these are 4 types of video reels. Now, let me just show you this on 𝐼Twin. Let me show you a few examples of these videos here, okay? So, just a second. So, this video is me, the real me in front of the camera. Okay, I'll not play that. This video here is my AI avatar, okay? So again, selfie video using a platform like 𝐊𝐥𝐿, and then just creating a lot of AI avatars of myself, right, in different setups. This one is, notice, just my footage or stock footage with a text overlay, no voice, no speech, just background music. And this one is an animation, same background music, okay? And these are pretty fast to actually create once you have a script, once you have the video idea, and this is what 𝐼Twin does exceptionally well, okay? I invite you to check it out. Visit www.𝐼Twin.com, and you have a link also, by the way, here, and just see the demo. It will blow your mind. You will see. Then finally also, in fact, 2 things I want to do also is you want your video reels also to contain some form of a text overlay. And you've seen this. Now, this could be a static text overlay, or you can have a sliding subtitles or captions. That's also okay. You want to have that. And the reason why is roughly 70% of all users on Instagram actually watch video reels with their speakers turned off, so they don't actually hear anything, right? So that's why you also want to have text overlays here. And ideally, if you're using your video, as you can see here, you also want to have some B-rolls some zoom in, zoom outs. There's amazing platforms that lets you do this in a few clicks. And also you can see B-rolls here, you see. So B-rolls are just third-party footage or images that make your video more engaging. There's more motion graphic, more color contrast, and so forth, okay? And finally, create video reels that attract problem-aware and solution-aware people, right? So if you want to attract your ideal customers, you want to attract people who already are problem-aware or people who already are solution-aware. Now, what are problem-aware people? Problem-aware people are people who are acutely aware that they have a problem and a pressing need, but are not sure yet about the best solution for them and what's the best way to solve this problem. But they are aware it's an itchy problem, okay, very important. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you are a therapist or a wellness coach, for example, and you know the tools and techniques like hypnotherapy, hypnosis, breath work, meditation, mindfulness, and you help people, let's say, overcome anxiety and constantly worrying about the future, for example. Then problem-aware person is somebody, when you say to them 3 steps to overcome anxiety, will immediately know, like, yeah, that's what's that? It will attract that type of people, okay? Solution-aware on the other side, on the other hand, are people who obviously are aware of their problem, but they are already aware of the solutions that are typically best for them. So imagine if you are a hypnotherapy coach, or if you are a wellness instructor, or let me give you another example. Imagine you are a nutritionist and a dietitian. So you help people get in better health and wellness through also nutrition, okay? So imagine that you're solving a problem, let's say, perhaps sleeping problems. And we both know that, let's say, sleeping problems, there are multiple different causes that cause sleeping problems, but one of them is also eating unhealthy food, right? If you eat spicy food, if you eat a lot of food before the bed, this negatively impacts the sleeping quality, right? Now, if you're targeting solution-aware people, you will say 5 steps to use healthy diet to improve the quality of your sleep. So you will naturally attract people who already know that they have a problem with eating, and they already know that solution to their problem of not sleeping well is related to what they eat, how they eat, and when they eat, okay? So again, that's how you ensure that you attract the right ideal customers. Now let's cover again what we covered. Paradigm shift, you don't need a large audience. We covered why. You need the right audience. You need your ideal customers. You don't need viral content. You need magnetic content that attracts your ideal customers. You want to, step 1, define your magnetic content DNA. You now know why. You want to set up a simple but magnetic profile that gets people to take action. The right people, your ideal customers. You want to set up a simple magnetic funnel with a freebie that gets people closer into comments, into your DMs, into your freebie, establishes authority, and closer to your paid offer, and then becoming your paying customer. And you want to be going positively obsessed by creating and posting daily, consistently, magnetic video reels, vertical videos. You see, we covered that. Use iTwin to generate scripts and video ideas with lightning speed, saving yourself a lot of time, precious brain power, and mouse clicks, okay? And create content that attracts problem-aware and solution-aware people. And by the way, iTwin is already designed and trained, engineered to create all ideas and scripts and everything, and titles and call to actions to attract problem-aware and solution-aware people. So here's what's your next step from this point onward. So congrats, you're still watching. I'm so proud of you. And this tells me that you're fully committed to making this work, okay? Your next step is, I will do an audit. I'll do a free audit of your business, and I'll give you some practical recommendations and advice how you can take your business, your income to the next level, to new all-time highs. Simply go to my Instagram here. This is one of my profiles that I'm using, and just simply send me a private message with this keyword, either audit or whatever you see in the profile, okay? And you will get a free business audit. I will review and look into your business. We might even hop on a one-on-one free call. This is complimentary, just my way of saying thank you so much for being here. And then we'll see, perhaps there might be a way for us to collaborate in some form or shape. If not, no worries, you get amazing free audit, and you will walk away with amazing knowledge and recommendations from somebody who has a lot of experience in online marketing. Remember, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in my DMs or on my YouTube or in my Instagram, and I wish you all the best. May the force be with you.